Hey, yo, what's up? I figured I'd do a quick little showcase video because there was an actual god tier refine in this batch. And I was skeptical. There was only like 5 characters being refined, not that many for this batch. And it was like a bunch of characters I didn't care about, except one. One had me very interested. Nyx. Because Nyx has innate reflect damage in her PRF weapon. One of like maybe 3 characters in the whole game that has like built-in reflex damage. Maybe not even 3. I don't even know. She's the only one I know of right now. There's probably another one or two, but anyways. So I was like, they have potential to actually cook with her refine. And you know what? To my absolute surprise, someone at IS turned on their brain and they gave her every single thing she needed to make use of that reflex damage or reflect damage. Color me surprised. So I want to do a quick little showcase because I did build her up. I was like, the reason I'm doing it on Chaos Season, by the way, is because like I like doing tests on Chaos Season because it makes the playing field even for both sides. There's no bonus stats on either side. Plus, if you were to do it on a lighter or an Astra Season, like Nyx would have bonus stats as well anyway. So like you can counter the bonus defenses with bonus offenses. Like it doesn't matter. So I prefer to do it on Chaos Season where everything is just neutral because it's easier. And it wouldn't matter anyway. Or at least it shouldn't. We move. So let's go. And this is the team that I would use her on, right? It's gonna be like a Lyn sniper team with like a cat. It's gonna be a Catria Ball Lyn sniper team. She's a nuke. She's gonna be a Lyn Ring nuke. That's how I'm gonna use her. So this is how I'm gonna do the test. And I'm gonna test her against this. This is my chaos defense. This is my personal chaos defense. And really what I'm doing is I'm just seeing if she can kill Black Knight, right? That's the whole point of this. The whole point of this was if she could kill Black Knight, or if I think she has the potential to kill Black Knight, to make my life easier in Ether Raids, I'm gonna full invest into her.
Indeed.
And so that's what I did. Look, check her out. Holy. Look. Because I was so impressed with her refine, I broke down literal last minute and I pulled on that stupid summer banner so that I could give her the lull finish. I'm not the kind of guy that likes to do half-ass builds. When I build a character, I want to try my best to give them like their best in slot skills. And I was like, I want to build Nyx, but if I don't get lull finish, I kind of don't want to build her. And I want to build her, so I got to get that skill. And that's just my mindset. It's just the way I think. That's the way I do things. So I broke down and I pulled on that banner. I didn't spend any money to do it. I did have some orbs saved up. But here we are. And so yeah. So with this build, essentially she has everything she needs except the only thing her weapon refined didn't give her is like some flat damage reduction, which is unfortunate. But it did give her percent damage reduction, which isn't like nothing. It definitely does put in some work for her. And fortunately her like defenses are like non-negligible. I mean, 28 is low, but it's workable, right? So we get a little bit of flat DR from the lull finish, which is nice. And then, but that's like where her teammates come in. So like, Elmine's nice because Elmine provides a little bit of extra flat DR in that. Let's see here. Now I know it. You might see a Lyn here and think that that's pretty foolish because it gives desperation. But see, Nyx's main job is to kill Black Knights and anything that Lyn can't kill that has Hardy Bearing Seal. So it doesn't matter that she has a desperation buff because Black Knight has innate Hardy Bearing and usually snakes And distant counter Reyes will have like Hardy Bearing as well as the the Fallen Alliers. Now the important thing about this build, or not like this build, but the main thing that I was looking for her to be successful is to not just be able to tank and kill Black Knight, but to tank and kill a Erica Ring Black Knight, because that's very common. So she needs to not die to the first hit, so that she can soak the Pitch Dark Luna on her Miracle proc, right? And so for that reason, she needs to have Veil as a teammate, because she needs Scowl. If she doesn't have Scowl, Pitch Dark Luna will eat her Miracle, and then she'll die to the Brave Hit. But if we Scowl the Pitch Dark Luna, then the basic hit will barely not kill her, and then she can use her Miracle to survive the Pitch Dark Luna. So, all that being said, we'll get this underway.
I will go. To be by his side.
Yep. Alright, so, let's go. As you can see, we're heavily debuffed. We're not dying, but we're also not killing. That's because we have a lot of negative stats. This is why I always run Harsh Command Plus on these kinds of teams.
Indeed.
So now, we have a lot of blue stats. And now, she gets the job done. Ting ting! Scowl. Almost dead.
Let us settle this.
Literally 1 HP Miracle. So close. Honestly, I think having Setith and Elamine for that little bit of extra, like another layer of flat DR, would be best. And to that point, I have 3 teams I'm going to be showing here. Well, 2 teams and then 1 build variant of this team. So that's that, right? So now we'll go on to another team that has a more buffed up Black Knight. Okay, and here we are with this. This is literally just a setup I use for, testing if a nuke can do damage. So we have Black Knight, and then he's getting a bunch of bonuses. He's getting Divine Nectar, he's getting Fire Emblem, he has Miracle from Rhea, he's getting Cleansed by Freyr, and Nidhogger's just kind of here. I don't think Nidhogger's doing anything. She's just kind of existing. It's honestly I don't know why she's here, but Black Knight has all of the common things that you would see on like a high-ranking defense. So we'll set this up, and you may see that we made a change here. There, we'll talk about in just a moment.
Yes. A favorable wind.
When you see Black Knights on teams with Duomarths, for what I'm trying to do, Duomarth poses a very specific problem, and that is that Duomarth gives Black Knight a preempt pulse. So that counteracts my my Scowl from Veil, unfortunately. So, in order for me to kill Black Knight on this particular team, I need to either find a way to get a second Scowl, whether that be from, I was going to say another, like, Mythic Veil with this Veil, but I don't know if their effects stack. But, if I were to put on Ninja Lucina on this team, to stack Veil's Scowl with Future Focus's Scowl, then that works, but then that takes up one of my team member slots. And I was thinking, why don't we go with the tried and true, like, actual best aging skill in the game, Feud. We'll just put Red Feud on, and then it's not a problem. Now, she's missing, plus 8 attack and speed from the Time Pulse, but fortunately, the Time Pulse doesn't matter. And fortunately, the Pulse effect from the Time Pulse doesn't actually matter either. Because the preempt pulse from Lyn will allow Nyx to get her Astra. Well, actually, the Brave hit allows Nyx to get her Astra. The preempt pulse actually comes into play on the next team that I'm going to be showcasing. So,
Very well.
as you can see, we
another
die.
sin.
And the reason we die is because Hathrum inflicted Nyx with I don't know what it's called. It's described as a status that ignores a miracle effectively. So, once again, Harsh Command being very, very valuable on these kinds of teams. We can cleanse that negative effect that Hathrum puts on us.
Indeed, very
And
well.
now, we get it. Now our miracle works, and Black Knight goes down. All thanks to Red Feud. I didn't bother showing it without it, but just believe me when I say that she dies without Red Feud because of the preempt counteracting the Scour.
Let us settle this.
Do not underestimate me.
And there we go. And she survived with a little bit extra HP because Veil also gives a little bit of extra percent DR. So, good. And yeah, well, that being said, we'll get into the final showcase. So here's a second team I wanted to show. The hell? Is this going? Wait. I don't know what that was. Wait, what? Hold on. Oh, anyway, I accidentally pressed a button. Rip. Okay, so this is the other team I wanted to show. I
Another day,
was
another sin.
basically just wondering if Nyx could kill, if she even needed the Brave hit to kill. Because I was like, if we have Feud now, we're ignoring the miracle. I wonder if the Astra is just enough on its own to kill, like with the reflect damage and all that. So then, with that wonderment, I figured like, well, now I can run Seteth instead of Katria, and now she has a little extra bit of flat DR and also true damage and stats, and maybe this is just better. Let's see.
Yes. I will go. Leave it to me.
Alright, so, once again, we will
Indeed, very well.
Harsh Command because we are inflicted with Fatal Smoke, essentially.
Is it time?
So we'll do that.
Another day,
And,
another
as
sin.
you can see,
Indeed.
she does in fact kill. She does not need the Brave attack. She could just kill with an Astra. Fortunately, now, this is close. She actually does need the preempt from Lyn.
Favorable
So,
wind.
in a situation in which I was fighting, say something that does not have Hardy Bearing, well, Lyn can actually kill it more often than not. Lyn can typically kill things that most things, like I've had my Lyn kill like even fallen Illyrs, as long as they don't have Hardy Bearing. Hardy Bearing is the only real problem, right? However, Lyn does need the Brave to get 5 hits to do it, so this team variant wouldn't work. So like in that scenario, I would just have 2 team slots with this. I would just have this team with Seteth and then like another team with Katria, and then that would be my solution, just as a Hardy Bearing check. So anyways,
Another day, another sin.
and also I haven't been using Ice Lock on Elamine. As you see, Elamine has the Call to Serve, so like I could just use a heal on Elamine just to activate Call to Serve, and then that would be another source of +5 damage if I needed it,
Very
right?
well, indeed.
But as you can see, she does not in fact need Brave hits to get the job done. This Refine is actually cracked.
This will end you.
Crimes are meant to be punished.
Good God. Honestly, Lugu's loyalty might be the better B skill to have over Finish. I just kind of like Finish because it's a little bit extra healing and plus 15 damage is a lot. But I don't know. I could give her loyalty, but I didn't want to do it just to do it. Like, I'd like to keep that in the pocket for as long as I can, because this obviously works good enough, and it's what I wanted. Also, it's newer and shinier, and looks cooler for a screenshot. But, yeah, I think loyalty might actually just be better, because it's, instead of a flat 7, we're stacking a 20% speed DR. So, and then it's giving +7 damage versus 20% speed damage. It's different. I don't know if it's strictly better, but it might be better. But I don't really care to test it to see if it is better because like this obviously works good enough. So, anyways, yeah, I just thought this refine was like insanely good to the point that I thought it was like worth showcasing a little bit versus, you know, a +10 Black Knight with a +10, you know, Erica ring. Just to show that, yeah, Nyx is kind of broken now. You'll love to see it. Refine actual good. Alright. So, hopefully you like this. You know, I know this build is like pretty expensive, but like, I would wager that she could get the job done with like probably a cheaper build so long as your supports are a little more like if you like didn't have Lyn, for example, and you had like a third character giving her more flat DR, then probably fine. But I digress. This is cool, and hopefully you enjoy it. So let me know what you think, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace out.